Don't have reading glasses. Maybe it fell out. Oh, here they are. Okay, you're bringing me good luck. So, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Balava Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Balava Girivaradhari Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Balava Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Balava Girivaradhari Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Vishnupad, Paramahamsa Viravaka Saraswati Srimat, His Divine Grace, Sri Lesa Bhakti-Vedanta Goswami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Vishnupad, Paramahamsa Viravaka Saraswati Srimat, His Divine Grace, Srila Bhakti-Siddhanta Goswami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sri Guru Parampara Ki Jai. Srimad Gita Upanishad as it is a Ki Jai. Sadhu Sangha Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Go Premananda Hari Hari Bo. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. All together, please. Om Jnana Timarandasya Ganandana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yukta Padakamalang Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sarvetam Sarva-bhūtam Prijana Sahitang Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Kṛṣṇa Padang Sahagana Lalita bhūtānām anta evacha aham ātmā Guḍākeśa sarva-bhūtāśaya-sthitaḥ aham ādiś madhyam ca bhūtānām anta evacha aham ātmā Guḍākeśa sarva-bhūtāśaya-sthitaḥ aham ādiś madhyam ca bhūtānām anta evacha. aham ātmā Guḍākeśa, sarva-bhūtāśaya-sthitaḥ, bhūtānām evaca. Aham ātmā Guḍākeśa, sarva-bhūtāśaya-sthitaḥ, aham ādiḥ madhyam ca, bhūtānām evaca. Ātmā Guḍākeśa, sarva-bhūtāśaya-sthitaḥ, bhūtānām evaca. Aham Guḍākeśa, ātmā Guḍākeśa, sarva-bhūtāśaya-sthitaḥ, ādiś, bhūtānām anta. So, please repeat word for word. Aham, I, ātmā, the soul, Guḍākeśa, O Arjuna, sarva-bhūta, of all living entities, āśaya-sthitaḥ, situated within the heart. Aham, I am, ādiḥ, the origin, cha, also, madhyam, middle, cha, also, bhūtānām, of all living entities, antaḥ, end, eva, certainly, cha, and. I am the Supersoul, O Arjuna, situated in the hearts of all living entities. I am the beginning, the middle, and the end of all beings. Please repeat. I am the Supersoul, O Arjuna, situated in the hearts of all living entities. I am the beginning, the middle, and the end of all beings. Purport Srila Prabhupada. In this verse, Arjuna is addressed as Guḍākeśa, which means one who has conquered the darkness of sleep. For those who are sleeping in the darkness of ignorance, it is not possible to understand how the Supreme Personality of Godhead manifests himself in various ways in the material and spiritual worlds. Thus, this address by Kṛṣṇa to Arjuna is significant. Because Arjuna is above such darkness, the personality of Godhead agrees to describe his various opulences. Kṛṣṇa first informs Arjuna that he is the soul of the entire cosmic manifestation by dint of his primary expansion. Before the material creation, the Supreme Lord, by his plenary expansion, accepts the Purusha incarnation, and from him everything begins. Therefore, he is the ātmā and the soul of the mahatattva, the universal elements. The total material energy is not the cause of the creation. Actually, the Mahavishnu enters into the mahatattva, the total material energy. He is the soul. When Mahavishnu enters into the manifested universes, he again manifests himself as the Supersoul in every living entity. We have experienced that the personal body of the living entity exists due to the presence of the spiritual spark. Without the existence of the spiritual spark, the body cannot develop. Similarly, the material manifestation cannot develop unless the Supreme Soul, Kṛṣṇa, enters. It is stated in the Subala Upanishad, Prakriti adi sarva-bhūtānām yami sarva-seshi cha naraha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is existing as the Supersoul in all manifested universes. The three Purusha avatars are described in the Bhagavatam. They are also described in the Satvata Tantra. Vishnustu trini rupani purushakyani atho vidhu. The Supreme Personality of Godhead manifests three features as Karanadakshay Vishnu, Garbhadakshay Vishnu, and Shiradakshay Vishnu in this material manifestation. The Mahavishnu or Karanadakshay Vishnu is described in the Brahma Samhita 547, Yakarana Navajale Bhajati Sma Yogam. The Supreme Lord, the cause of all causes, lies down in the cosmic ocean as Mahavishnu. Therefore, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the beginning of this universe, the maintainer of the universal manifestations, and the end of all energy. Mukam karochi vachalam pangam laite grim yad kripa tamaham vande Sri Gurun Dinatarinam. So, as Srila Prabhupada points out in the purport, that Kṛṣṇa is now revealing himself to Arjuna. And because Arjuna, Sakha Eti, is his friend, and we have heard earlier, because Arjuna, being a friend, is never envious of Kṛṣṇa. The Supreme Lord, Sri Kṛṣṇa, Purushottam, he is a person. We are persons. We are ātmā, we are anta. We are the soul expanded from Kṛṣṇa, vibhinamsa. So we can understand also that we do not reveal ourselves to those that we do not trust, that we think might be envious or hateful towards us. We reveal ourselves to our friend. In fact, we enjoy communicating with our friends, how we feel, what we consider, what our abilities are, what our opinions are. We enjoy revealing that to our friends. At the same time, we do not want to reveal ourselves to those that are negatively disposed to us. So this section of the Gita here, Arjuna, we saw last week that Kṛṣṇa, he was very ecstatic. I'll read that section. Param dharma pavitram. Yes. Kṛṣṇa said, aham sarvasya pravavo matak sarvam pravartate. I am the source of all the spiritual and material worlds. Those that know this perfectly, they worship me with their hearts. So, then Arjuna, after that chatur sloki, we see Arjuna vacha, param brahma, param dharma, pavitram, paramam bhavan, purusham shashvatam divyam adideva aham vibhum, atustvam rishye sarve devarshi naradastada, asito devala vyasa swayam chaiva bhavishyame. Arjuna said, you are the Supreme Personality, the ultimate abode, the purest, the absolute truth. You are the eternal, transcendental, original person, the unborn, the greatest. All the great sages such as Narada, Asita, Devala, and Vyas confirm this truth about you. and now you yourself are declaring it to me. O Kṛṣṇa, I totally accept as truth all that you have told me. Neither demigods nor the demons can understand your personality. Indeed, you alone know yourself by your internal potency, O Supreme Person, origin of all, Lord of all beings, God of gods, Lord of the universe. Please tell me in detail of your divine opulences by which you pervade all these worlds. O Kṛṣṇa, O Supreme Mystic, how shall I constantly think of you? And how shall I know you? In what various forms are you to be remembered, O Supreme Personality of Godhead? So this is very significant. In what various forms are you to be remembered? Yes, the whole creation, material and spiritual, is the emanation of Kṛṣṇa. It is the expression of his artistic ability. Now, Arjuna, on the battlefield at Kurukshetra, within the material world, is giving us instruction. He's drawing from Kṛṣṇa. How is Kṛṣṇa to be remembered? Kṛṣṇa is not to be remembered whimsically. Everything is Kṛṣṇa, therefore I will worship my tom-tom. Everything is Kṛṣṇa, therefore I worship the sun. Everything is Kṛṣṇa, therefore I worship the mountain. Kṛṣṇa, yes, everything is Kṛṣṇa's energy, but in bhakti we particularly meditate upon Kṛṣṇa as the Supreme Soul, the origin of the creation. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matak sarvam. Those that know this perfectly, they worship me with all their hearts. So Kṛṣṇa now is giving those particular opulences that will inspire the devotees in their bhakti. What things that are wonderful and beautiful. Later on we find that, right? Yad yad vibhutimat sattvam srimad ujitam evava. Tat tat evava gachatvam myasa jo teja sambhavam. Arjuna, what need is there for all this detailed information? With a single fragment of myself, I have expanded this whole universe. And know that all wonderful and amazing characteristics, even in the material world, spring from just a spark of my splendor. So we know that in this world there's beauty. Sunset, beautiful girl, beautiful mountain, beautiful landscape, beautiful things. Now, if you put all the beauty in every universe into one spark, that would be nothing compared to the beauty of Kṛṣṇa and the beauty of Radharani. If you condensed all the beauty in the creation, it would be just a spark. Kṛṣṇa, the reservoir of all opulence, he's the reservoir of all beauty. If you put all the beauty and all the potency and all the knowledge and all the fame and you draw it into one point, that would be a spark of Kṛṣṇa's unlimited potency. Om Purnam Madapanaminam Purnat Purnat Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Eva Visishyate. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is perfect and complete. And because he is perfect and complete, all emanations from him, such as this phenomenal world, are perfectly equipped as complete wholes. even though so many complete units emanate from the Supreme Lord, he remains the complete balance. So, acharyas writing on this, commenting on this, they explain that yes, everything has emanated from Kṛṣṇa, all wonderful and amazing characteristics, such a display of opulence and power and beauty, renunciation, shakti, opulence, fame, knowledge, all this has emanated from Kṛṣṇa. And it is manifested in the material world. But Kṛṣṇa is not diminished by creation. He remains the complete balance. He remains undiminished. If I were to give everybody in this room 100 rupees, my pocket would be diminished. So I'm not going to do it. I don't carry that much. But if Kṛṣṇa were to give everyone in this room 100 rupees, his bank balance, his pocketbook would not be diminished. Kṛṣṇa is not mathematically analyzed. This is the fault in this modern day. Science. Science means the mathematical formula, whether it is biology, chemistry, physics, whatever. It's all based on mathematics, right? 1 and 1 makes 2. 100 from 200 makes 100. But Kṛṣṇa is beyond mathematics. This is why science can never write a formula for the Supreme Lord. So they want to dismiss the Supreme Lord as some imagination. But why are people attracted to the concept of the Supreme Lord? Why do people easily understand a Supreme Person who is full of unlimited opulence? Right? When you're a child, your mother says, you say, "Mummy, where do babies come from?" "Oh, when God wants you to have a baby, he sends a baby. He knows you're married and he knows you want a baby, so he sends a baby." So the child says, "Yes, oh, God does it." He's a 5-year-old child, but he can understand God. We can all intuitively understand God. We may say, why did God send the baby, or why did he send it this week, not last week? But the idea that there is a God is very natural and intuitive. The material scientists will say, oh, because we are bewildered and confused in this world, we make up an idea of God. Therefore, God doesn't exist. But that's not logical. Just because it's a made-up idea does not mean God is not existing. The fact is, why do people easily understand the concept of a Supreme Person of unlimited opulence, of unlimited knowledge, of unlimited perception? Nityo nityanam chaitanas chaitananam eko yoko vedati kaman. Out of all supreme souls, there is one supreme. Out of all conscious beings, there is one supreme conscious. That supreme being is fulfilling the desires of everyone. Why is it so easy to understand? And even the atheistic people, they all have the same idea of God. I don't believe in a supreme creator who has unlimited potency, who knows everything about me. Oh, you've got a very clear understanding of God, but the problem is you have a bad attitude. You're dismissing this conception of God that is natural to the human being. You have an attitude problem. Huh? Well, okay. That's how Kṛṣṇa says, namam duskritina mudha prapadyante. What? They are miscreant. Duskritina, 4 type. Naradama, very low class person, bad morals, very bad behavior. Mudha, person who thinks like we saw for the previous class. Donkey, work hard. And then there is the maya aprita gyan. Like I say, the scientists nowadays, by mathematics we will analyze and realize everything. Maya aprita gyan. Kṛṣṇa is beyond mathematics. And then there is asuram bhavam asrita. They have taken shelter of an asuric mentality. They understand, they have the idea of God. God is the supreme being, but they do not want to recognize it. They're suffering from matsarya. So they remain in darkness. Here, Kṛṣṇa is calling Arjuna, Guḍākeśa, you have awoken from the darkness, the sleep of ignorance. What is that song? Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Jeev jago, gora chandra bole, kota nitra, jayo maya, pisa chera kole. How long will you sleep in the lap of Maya? And you're sleeping in the lap of the Maya because you do not accept the supremacy of the Lord. So you cannot get any understanding. You cannot get any intuitive knowledge from the Supersoul. You are in the darkness looking at mathematical formulas, or you're thinking by taking intoxication and enjoying my senses, I'll be happy. This is the problem. But the devotee is realizing, knowing perfectly Kṛṣṇa. Why? Because he is losing this matsarya. So how to lose matsarya against the Supreme Lord? Because that is the reason for the material entanglement. How can you become free of matsarya? That is told by Kṛṣṇa in the Bhagavad-Gita. He explains, Uddhava, now I want you to go higher, to become a Paramhamsa. So now you meditate upon me as the source of all beings. We've mentioned this recently a lot. And this is the beginning of the Bhagavatam, Janmadi Asyata. Kṛṣṇa is the source of everything. Kṛṣṇa is the source of us, spirit souls. He is the soul of the universe. Just like we are the soul of this body, he is the soul of every soul. He is ātmā. He is the source and the soul of ourself. The yogis, they practice pratyahara. They draw their consciousness within the mind. And then they draw their consciousness away from their flickering thoughts. And they feel their soul within. And they practice samadhi on that meditation. But the bhakta knows that within that soul there is another soul. That is the Supreme Lord. And In the material world, he's expanded as Paramatma, but he has his source, ultimate source is Bhagavan. Huh? What does the Bhagavatam say? Brahman, Paramatme, Bhagavan. These are non-dual. But the point is, we meditate upon Bhagavan. And we meditate on Bhagavan. Bhagavan means the possessor of all opulence, as the source. Why is that so important? Because if we understand, and we can, from the sadhu, from the shastra, from the acharya, that the Supreme Lord is our source. What does Kṛṣṇa say? Aham BG-10.20. I am the seed, that's the Jivatma, giving father. I am the father of all living entities. So in this material world, we love our mother and father, do we not? We have a natural, oh, that's my mother and father. They're looking after me, they're taking care of me. But ultimately, our mother and father reside with the Supreme Lord Sri Kṛṣṇa. So Kṛṣṇa tells Uddhava, he says, understand that I am present in the body of all living entities. That they are my expansions. So in two ways, Kṛṣṇa is present in the living entity. He is present as Supersoul, or his expansion. Actually, we read in Hari Bhakti Vilas that the bhakta who's properly initiated, he has Shyam Sundar in the heart, because he is meditating upon the Supreme Lord in transcendence. And that soul that is meditating on transcendence is liberated from the material condition. So therefore, he doesn't have Supersoul per se in the heart, he has Shyam Sundar. So, but Arjuna, Uddhava, you look at all living entities as my expanded part and parcel. They are non-different from myself. And I am present with them also as the Supreme Soul, as the ātmā. And their material bodies, the material energy is expanded from me. So in three ways, Kṛṣṇa is present in the living entity. So then he says, Uddhava, if you want to become free of matsarya, the root of which is our refusal to accept our service relationship with the Supreme Person, you offer obeisances and give service to all living entities, seeing them non-different from myself. Because they are. They are not the Supreme Person, but they are expanded from the Supreme Person. And therefore, if we give respect to the expanded living entities as part and parcels of the Supreme Lord, Sri Kṛṣṇa says, in this way, matsarya will be defeated in the heart. And when matsarya is defeated, then we become like Arjuna. Anandamoy Vyasat. Kṛṣṇa is the source. We talked about this last Friday. Kṛṣṇa is, yes, Janmadiyashyata. He is the source. Okay, I'm realizing that Kṛṣṇa is the source. Therefore, I should be respectful to all living entities. I cannot perform bhajan of Kṛṣṇa if I am nasty or a rumor monger or I'm negative to all. What is it? What do we chant? Vaishnavebhyo, what? Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha. The Vaishnav is a manifestation of Kripa. So how I can be a worshipper of Kṛṣṇa and be unmerciful to all living entities? So the Guru, the qualified Guru, is the manifestation of the Kripa Shakti, right? Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gorati Shay Namaha. Lord Chaitanya particularly and Lord Nityananda, they are the Kripa Shakti. The Maha Mantra is empowered with Nityananda Kripa Shakti to liberate people. So understanding that Kṛṣṇa is the source, then in Vedanta Sutra, Anandamoy Vyasat, that source is not just a mass of energy and potency. It is Anandamoy Vyasat. It is full of ecstasy. Kṛṣṇa is full of ecstasy. He's ātmā, but he engages in lila to express his ecstasy. He creates the living entities to enjoy, to see their ecstasy. He creates the material and spiritual worlds out of his generosity, out of his ecstatic mercy. Therefore, he says, aham sarvasya prabhavo matak sarvam pravatati iti matva bhajanti mam. Those bhūta bhava. If you understand the reason for creation, the reason for creation is ecstasy. It is born from the ecstasy of Kṛṣṇa. The opulences manifest in the material and spiritual world are born from the ecstasy of Kṛṣṇa. Therefore, understanding Kṛṣṇa as the source of all living entities, and understanding he is the real father of all living entities, and that all living entities are his family, and holding that in the heart, and being able, what is in the Shikshastikam? Trinadapi sanichena chororapi samishtana amadina madinaina ketaniya sadahari. Right? Now, the sloka before, what is it? Number 2. Nam nama kuri bahar, right? Oh, your name is full of all potencies, but I don't have any taste for chanting these names. Then Lord Chaitanya says, if I practice Trinadapi Sanechana and I give respect, and I don't expect or demand respect, that this is my personality, this is the way I will deal with all living entities. And then what does he say in the next sloka? Nadanam nadanam na sundarim kavitam va jagadisha kamaye. I don't want anything now material because I've got rid of the envy by practicing respect and humility and tolerance. And now all I want is what? Janmani, Janmani, Ishwari. I want your service, Kṛṣṇa. Just like Dhruva Maharaj, he wanted a kingdom better than his father. But when he saw Kṛṣṇa, he said, that's broken glass. And I've found a jewel. So that was Dhruva's realization. So Kṛṣṇa is the jewel. And that's what it says in the Brahma Samhita, describing the spiritual world. Lord Brahma says we should meditate upon Kṛṣṇa with Radha like jewels in the middle of a lotus. And in this lotus, they're the abodes of the gopis, they're the abodes of those in Vatsalya Bhav, they're the abodes of those in Sakya Ras. And this whole Andasya Bhav, and this whole ecstatic creation, Goloka Vrindavan, Lord Chaitanya and the great devotees are there performing bhajan in the spiritual world. And this is the spiritual world. And why are they all bathed in this ecstasy? Because they're free of bhavarog. They're free of matsarya. Their hearts are full of love. How to get rid of that infestation? By seeing, yes, it's good to give respect to everyone, yes. But Uddhava is told by Kṛṣṇa, give respect to them, seeing them in relationship to me. Do you understand this point? Because then when you're giving respect to them, you're giving respect to me also. And this will purify. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskaru. Offer obeisances to me. Not because Kṛṣṇa is proud and he wants. No, but if you offer obeisances to anybody, that person's heart is touched, is it not? If somebody is respectful to you, you think, oh, that's a nice person. They said a sweet word to me. Let me buy them a rasgulla. We are touched by humility. So Kṛṣṇa is giving a great secret. He's saying, become my devotee, do everything as an offering, yaji, but become humble. Offer obeisances to me in all living entities. Offer obeisances to my murti form. Offer obeisances to my Bhagavad-Gita, to my Srimad Bhagavatam, to the words of the great acharyas. Read them. Vedesha dulamam adulamam ātmā bhakto. You can't understand Kṛṣṇa with the Vedas. We've explained this many times. But ātmā bhakto, by devotion. So devotion means that. Everything is the emanation of Kṛṣṇa, and I worship Kṛṣṇa through that. But at the same time, my mind is fixed on Bhagavan, the Lord of Gokula, the Lord of Gokulananda, right? So that is ātmā. Yes, and of course, when people hit a home run playing cricket or score a good goal, they look up at the sky. Thank you, God. I scored a good run. I knocked the ball for 6. But Kṛṣṇa is saying here, okay, I'm everywhere, so that's okay. I'm also in Svargalok. But I'm situated in the heart of all living entities. This is what Kṛṣṇa was telling Uddhava. I'm in all living entities. You worship me, okay, in the sky when you score the winning goal at the World Cup. But don't forget, I'm in the heart of all living entities. And I am the beginning. So this is also now referencing also the material energy. I am the beginning of the material energy. I'm the middle, I'm the maintainer of the material energy, and I wind up, I am the end of all entities. So this is the way Kṛṣṇa is starting to tell Arjuna how to meditate upon him in his opulences, in his beauty. Bhagavan is what? 6 major divisions. The face of Bhagavan is the beauty, the opulence of beauty. Left arm embodies the opulence of renunciation. The right arm embodies the opulence of power. So this is Kṛṣṇa. He is supremely powerful, but he's renounced. He's no desire to bully anyone. he's completely liberal. You want this, I give you this. Eko yoda dadati kaman. Then the torso is the opulence. So that's 4. Opulence, wealth. And then left leg is fame. Fame is the left side is feminine side. So fame. Like I say, everyone understands and everybody knows what is the Supreme Person. And then he stands upon the right leg also, not knowledge. He has unlimited perception. So these are the opulences of the Supreme Lord. And as it says in the Brahma Samhita, right? Advaita Machuta Manadim Ananta Rupam. Ananta Rupam. All these forms we should see in relationship to the Supreme Lord. Because yes, you can do pratyahara and you can meditate upon the soul, and then you can meditate upon the Supreme Soul and the spiritual world within your soul. But then you have to do this work and that work. So you should see this world, this creation that you're having to deal with on a daily basis, you should see it in relationship to the source, ultimately Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa expands, as Prabhupada explains in the purport, as first Purusha is Balaram. Then the Chaturvyuha expands. What is the Chaturvyuha? I did research on this many years ago. Thinking, feeling, willing, action. Each one of those is dependent or empowered for the living entities in the spiritual world. Vasudeva, Shankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. Thinking, feeling, willing, action. Then Shankarshan expands down to make the Chaturvyuha, who governs and empowers the living entity to also Vasudeva, Shankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha in the material sphere. And then from Shankarshan, Mahavishnu expands within the causal ocean. And then he creates the Pradhan, he creates the Mahatattva. How? By the glance of Mahavishnu. That glance is Sadash, that is Lord Shiva. So these are all opulences. And it is, that glance contains the Kala Shakti. And it contains the living entities and their karma and their karma fall. He glances the living entities into the Mahatattva. And you can read in the 2nd canto of Bhagavatam how the Virat Rupa, it is created by Lord Brahma, but allegorically it doesn't stand up until the Supreme Soul enters within. And that is from Mahavishnu, Guḍākeśa Vishnu is there, resting on the Anantasesh, another form of Baladev. And then from the Guḍākeśa Vishnu, Shiradaksha is expanded, and he expands into the heart of all living entities. So this methodology of the creation is given in detail in the Bhagavatam. And when we absorb this knowledge and fix it in our mind, then we see everything in relationship to the Supreme Lord. Not just when we're doing samadhi, smaranam, but when we're dealing with this world. Therefore, Kṛṣṇa is within and he is without. And the devotee sees him within and without. Hare Kṛṣṇa, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And how does he see? Through the eye of knowledge, from the Shastra, from the Acharya, from the Guru. Thank you all very much. Any question? Yes. Okay, thank you. See you next Friday. Srila Prabhupada Sadhu Sangha Bhagavad-Gita Ki Jai.